What's going on, guys? It's the bearded one here, back with another one. As you can see, I'm still adjusting the camera angle. I think I really like this camera angle, kind of borrowing the camera view from another beer reviewer out there on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of you know him if you recognize this camera angle. It reminds you of someone in particular. But enough about that. Let's get into the beer. Today we're reviewing the Fat Tire White Belgian White from New Belgium. I used to think this company was from Belgium, but they're actually from Colorado. Always been in Colorado. Let the camera focus here. Alright, we'll wait on the camera. Anyways, I'm slowly becoming a fan of New Belgium. I've stayed away from their beers mostly. I had the Fat Tire Amber Ale and I wasn't blown away. Now, that was way back in the day when I was first getting into craft beer and really exploring stuff and kind of getting out of my Sam Adams comfort zone. And Fat Tire was just, or the Amber Ale was just a little too different for me. But this one's different. Over the years, I've grown to love wit beers, white ales, Belgian whites. You'll hear them called different things. They're all the same beer. It's usually a very malty, yeasty beer with orange peel, orange zest, and coriander. Those are really the main things that make it a Belgian white or a white ale or a wit beer. Whatever you prefer to call it, it's up to you. I don't really care. Again, they're from Colorado. This is part of their Fat Tire series. If you can't tell, I've already said Fat Tire already. I really like New Belgium's marketing. I think whoever draws the arts for the Voodoo Ranger IPA series does a great, fantastic job. I really like that skeleton guy, and I like this. I like the marketing scheme. They have these families of beers. This is their new addition to the Fat Tire family, and I'm sure they plan to expand on that in the future. Yeah, just a lot of cool things coming out of Fat Tire. Even their website, you get a lot of information off their website that I can't get off of other people's websites. It is 5%, 5.2% ABV, excuse me. There's 12 IBUs, so it's not going to be very bitter. Some wit beers can be bitter, so don't assume it's just going to be a friendly, bready wheat beer every time you pick a different beer up of that style. They used American wheat ale yeast. It makes sense. There's only 168 calories in that beer. They use nugget and cascade hops. They use pale white wheat and oats as part of their malts. For their fruits and spices, they use grains of paradise, fresh ground Seville orange peel, fresh ground Indian coriander. And then we're not going to read the descriptors. I don't want to do something I'm fixing to regurgitate. So 25 years ago, they started brewing the Fat Tire Belgian Ale style. It was their Amber Ale, of course. Their flagship beer, if you're not familiar with New Belgium. It became an iconic beer for them, synonymous with craft beer. Of course, they've got great distribution there in Colorado, and I get Fat Tire Amber Ale. I get most of New Belgium stuff way over here in Alabama, 12, 13, 14 hours away from them. They took inspiration from their decades of experience brewing Belgian beers, and the Belgian White is brewed with those Seville oranges and Indian coriander I just mentioned earlier. They're both produced about an hour from the brewery, so that's cool. They're really local. Trying to keep it in-house, keep it in the family. We're going to get into the pour here. Hopefully the camera will focus. pour this for you guys. Not the most frothy beer. There's the camera. And I just party fouled. That's embarrassing. I party fouled on camera. Clean that up here in a second. So you got a pale straw appearance here. There's not a lot of carbonation going on at all. I don't even see any bubbles. The only bubbles I see are in the head. You've got a very white, pearl white head. Looks like the font on my shirt. The aroma, you're getting that orange and the coriander. I've had this beer earlier, and what I find interesting about this beer is a lot of wit beers. I mean, wit beer in Germany is wheat beer, and I find the orange peel and the coriander to be very forward in this beer, and the malt and the breadiness and the biscuits and the toast and whatever descriptors people use, that those flavors take a back seat in this beer. Now let's get into the taste. Now I'm going to rewind for a second. The aroma is a little delicate for me. I mean, you can definitely tell what's in the beer, but it's not. You can't smell it and just go, oh yeah, I know every single thing that's in this beer. But that changes when you get to the taste. When you put it on your palate, you definitely get the citrus. Now, I've never had a Seville orange, but it has more of a citrus flavor than per se what I perceive to be an orange. And so I wonder if there's more ingredients. Obviously, they're not going to just give everything out on the website. They want to keep some things tight-lipped or whatever. But you can see the head's dissipating as well. There's some lacing around the glass. But yeah, it tastes a little more citrus. Not lemon, not mango, not any of that stuff. But it doesn't taste like there's only orange in there. But I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely get that coriander in there. It's definitely making it sour a little bit. There's that malty breadiness in there, but it's kind of in the back. It's taking a back seat to all that citrus, and I like it. It's a good beer. I rated it a 4 on Untapped, and I'm going to keep it at a 4. I've had a lot of wit beers. This is my favorite style. I feel like I may not be a connoisseur or an expert, but I feel like I'm most knowledgeable with wit beers, white ales, and things of that nature. This isn't the best one I've ever had. Personally, I like a maltier, breadier, thicker wit beer. This one's a little thinner on the finish. It kind of dries on you as well. The flavors don't linger and hang around on your palate. Yeah, it's almost like it tastes almost like an IPA without the hops. Like if you took all the hops out of like the citrusy IPAs, this would definitely be in that wheelhouse. I don't know if that excites any of you, but it excites me. I'm gonna buy more of these. I bought a 6-pack at Publix. I'm sure you can find this beer anywhere this time of year. I don't know if they get year-round distribution for this beer or not, but I have seen it for quite a few months in Publix. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's Great beer, 4.0, coming back to it. I recommend it to you. If you like sweet beers that aren't very hoppy at all, I mean, you can't even, there's no hop presence in this beer. It's 12 IBUs. This beer might be for you. Until next time, guys, cheers.